We all love cute animals. From the furriest to the fuzziest with their big eyes and button noses, many creatures have something about them that we simply find irresistible. Today we're here in Cornwall at Newquay Zoo, filming some of their most lovable residents. I'm Hannah Stitful, and over the course of this series, we will be delving into the science of cute, taking a look at some of the world's most adorable species. The red panda, also known as the firefox. Native to the mountain ranges of Nepal, China, India and Myanmar, they live deep within the high altitude forests and are very rarely seen. But when they are spotted, they are simply adorable. With their short snouts and big pointy ears, their faces are white with reddish-brown marks that almost look like tears. Living most of their lives in the treetops, their soft fur is incredibly warm. A thick undercoat covered in long bristly guard hairs makes the red panda well insulated and is perfectly at home in the cold mountain air. And when they sleep, they use their large bushy tails to wrap around their bodies, keeping them snug throughout the night. You would think that their striking reddish-orange coat would make them stand out, but within their environment, the fir trees are covered in a type of white lichen and reddish-brown moss. So their fantastic coloration, in fact, makes them perfectly camouflaged. Being a crepuscular animal, they are mostly active at dusk and dawn. This is when they will search for their food, and being a member of the carnivore family, you would think that they would hunt for prey. But unlike other carnivores, the red panda is mostly a vegetarian. They will occasionally take insects, but mostly eat bamboo, and only the freshest leaf tips will do. Undoubtedly, these furry little firefoxes are up there as one of the cutest animals on the planet. When it comes to being playful, they don't get much more playful and inquisitive than our next species. The meerkat. Known for their large eyes with dark patches, small pointy face and bushy coat, they are super cute. But their lovable appearance actually helps them survive in their environment, being specially adapted to the harsh deserts of Africa. Their dark eye patches help reduce glare from the African sun. So when on the lookout for predators, these dark patches actually help the meerkat see better and therefore stay safe. In the group, one meerkat will always have the role as sentry. This is when one group member will stand on their hind legs, using their tail as a prop and act as a lookout. If there is any sign of danger, the sentry will call out a warning bark. Then the rest of the group can dash to the safety of their burrows. Then, once the coast is clear, they can get back to scampering in the sun. Meerkats live in groups of around 20 individuals, but groups can be up to 50 strong, and they depend on each other and constantly communicate. They also rely on each other for company, and have even been found to cuddle each other, particularly on cool nights. These curious creatures will entertain themselves with just about anything, and when it comes to being a meerkat, spending time together grooming, playing and foraging is just all part of a day's work. From the high mountains to the mangrove swamps of Asia, our next creature is the smallest otter species in the world. The Asian shortclawed otter is roughly 60 centimetres long, with around 30 centimetres being its tail. These tiny otters spend around half their time on land and the other half in water, where they search for their food using their long, super sensitive whiskers to help them navigate in the murky river networks. A diet of crustaceans and mollusks, as well as the occasional insect and amphibian, keep them full of energy, and they have bags of personality. They are highly sociable, living in family groups of up to 12 to 15 individuals, and will often be seen playing with one another, but also with rocks. No one is completely sure why they do this behaviour, but when they find a rock they like, they will almost juggle with it whilst they lay on their backs, and won't let the rock go until they become more interested in another play opportunity, suggesting they are not only cute, but also very intelligent. They have excellent fur consisting of a densely packed warm undercoat with super water resistant long guard hairs on top. Their thick fur layer beneath is perfectly adapted for their semi-aquatic lifestyle. Otters will spend a lot of time grooming themselves, as this looks after the fur, but also ensures that air becomes trapped, which is why they can spend a lot of time in the water without getting cold. All in all, these playful, furry and beloved animals are not only adorable, but also highly skilled for their environment. Our next animal lives worlds away from the African desert and is found deep in the remote forests of Europe. The Carpathian Lynx, one of Europe's most magnificent cat species. With their large eyes, black tufted ears and bobbed tails, they are instantly recognisable and are also extremely rare to spot. But a sight even more rare than seeing an adult is witnessing an enchanting kitten. The adorable babies will be born in a den, which their mother will line with grasses, feathers and fur to keep the kitten nice and warm. They are first born blind and completely helpless, relying on their mothers for milk, protection and warmth. After around 6 weeks, they will start to venture out of the den into the big outside world. They find everything interesting and appear to play non-stop. But this play is very important for a young kitten, as it is starting to learn the basics of how to stalk their prey. Whilst they are near the den site, they have bundles of energy and will take every opportunity to practice their hunting techniques, even if it is on their mothers. They will stay with their mothers until they are fully weaned. Then, at around 10 months old, they will leave the comfort of where they were born and head off into the woods to find their own territory and start their adult life. These little balls of fluff will grow up into being top predators in their environment. But when it comes to being cute, this little kitten certainly had to make the list.
So this afternoon we brought our red pandas their afternoon meal, which consists of 3 big bits of bamboo. So hopefully they'll come down. Being a captive animal, you can pick and choose when you come to feed because no one's going to take it off you, but fingers crossed they'll come down and say hello. You're welcome to put some bamboo out, get involved. So yep, so we're going to pop it just in around here, anywhere you like. So sometimes put in different places, so the reason we put the bamboo in different places is so it's not the same place every day, so it's enriching for them.
So how old are the red pandas here?
So our 2 red pandas here are both 8 years old, so yeah. a good little pair because pandas will go to maybe 15 to 20 in captivity.
Yeah.
So these are fairly young in terms of pandas.
Oh my goodness, she is really enjoying that, isn't she? Do they get on though?
Now the pandas, they tolerate each other, they share the same environment. In the wild they are solitary, So they come from southeast China. These guys would spend a lot of time on their own, only come together to mate. And then mum would take care of the youngsters, so dad would go on his way again. They're quite happy to eat together, but other than that, you'll find them in different trees.
And how often do you feed them bamboo every day?
So yeah, bamboo is fed every day. So in the wild they eat a range of different bamboos. Being a captive animal, you get a little bit pampered and you start to get a bit picky. And so unfortunately Jermaine here only likes one type of bamboo, which is the small leaf bamboo. And so this is why we only give them small leaf bamboo.